In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on March 17, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Southern California versus Michigan State. The 10th-seeded USC Trojans and 7th-seeded Michigan State Spartans will be trying to advance to the next round when they meet in the first round of the NCAA tournament on Friday afternoon. The Trojans are coming off a 77-72 loss to Arizona State as 4-point favorites. The Spartans are coming off a 68-58 loss to Ohio State as 6-point favorites. Michigan State won the only meeting between the two teams in 2009. The Trojans are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Friday games and 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 NCAA tournament games. The Spartans are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 neutral site games. The over is 5-2 in Trojans' last 7 overall. The over is 5-1 in Spartans' last 6 overall. The USC Trojans have a lot of talented players who could get hot and lead to a victory or so in this tournament. However, the lack of battle-tested opponents scares me, especially against a bully team like Michigan State that has scars and doesn't back down. You know you're getting a tough-minded team in Sparty, and the Tom Izzo effect has to play a role as well. So the Michigan State Spartans to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both defenses match up well with the offense they'll be facing in this game. A.J. Hoggard and Tyson Walker orchestrate a Michigan State offense that runs pick and roll at a top 60 rate in the country and ranks in the 88th percentile when doing so per synergy. However, USC ranks in the 87th percentile in pick and roll defense. USC also plays a fair amount of zone defense, which makes running pick and roll more difficult to do. On the other end of the court, USC likes to play in transition and ranks in the top 100 nationally in fastest average offensive possession length per Ken Palm. However, Michigan State denies transition opportunities at an elite level. Per synergy, only 7 teams in the country allowed a lower transition rate to their opponents than Michigan State this season. Look for both teams to struggle to score efficiently. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. VCU versus St. Mary's. The VCU Rams and St. Mary's Gales will take the court on Friday in the first round of the NCAA tournament. 12-seed VCU defeated Dayton in the Atlantic 10 Championship on March 12th. The Rams also claimed the regular season conference title. 5th-seed St. Mary's was defeated by Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference Championship on March 7th. The Gales shared the West Coast Conference regular season crown with the Bulldogs. While St. Mary's pops off in terms of analytics and statistics, I think we have to take them with a grain of salt, considering they play in a very top-heavy West Coast Conference. When factoring in their most recent matchups to a true contender in Gonzaga, you see that they may be a tad overrated in terms of the analytics. You could make a similar argument about VCU in the Atlantic 10. However, the Rams didn't have many letdowns this year and won both the regular season and the tournament championship. Adrian Baldwin Jr. should be able to match Logan Johnson's production in the backcourt, while we'll see a great battle between Jalen DeLoach and Mitchell Saxon down low. Ultimately, I think this should be an entertaining clash between 2 mid-majors, but I expect VCU to keep it inside of a 1-possession game, if not win outright. So the VCU Rams to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Gales average just 61.7 possessions per game, the 5th fewest in the NCAA this season. That could be problematic against an elite Rams defense, especially if the Gales are cold from 3-point range. The Gales are also 9th nationally in defensive efficiency and should be able to contain the Rams' offense for most of the game. These programs have each excelled on the defensive side of the ball this year and are both sitting inside of the top 20 in terms of defensive efficiency. In terms of defensive shooting, VCU ranks 41st, limiting their opponents amounts to just a 41.5% field goal percentage. St. Mary's is 43rd, boasting an identical 41.5% mark. On top of their defensive prowess, St. Mary's is literally the fourth slowest team in the country, using just 61.7 possessions per 40 minutes. VCU isn't too much faster, sitting as the 146th quickest team, using 68.0 possessions. We should be in for a grinder, a true defensive clash on Friday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Iowa State versus Pittsburgh. The Iowa State Cyclones and the Pitt Panthers meet in college basketball action in an NCAA tournament first-round matchup from the Greensboro Coliseum on Friday afternoon. Pitt is 22-7 against the spread in their last 29 games overall and 2-5-1 against the spread in their last 8 neutral site games, while the over is 4-0 in their last 4 games following an against the spread win. Iowa State is 9-4 against the spread in their last 13 neutral site games and 4-11 against the spread in their last 15 games overall, while the under is 6-1 in their last 7 games following an against the spread loss. Pittsburgh and Iowa State head to Greensboro for their first-round NCAA tournament matchup on Friday. Neither team is very close to home, but you can bank on Cyclone fans traveling to North Carolina. They just always travel. Pitt got here by winning the play-in game on Tuesday, a 6-59 victory over Mississippi State. Once again, we have a conflict in styles. In this case, Pitt is a great offense with a poor defense, while Iowa State is an elite defense with very little offense. Iowa State is great at making a mess of every game, just like the Cyclones football team did in the fall. There are just not often many points. In terms of form, Iowa State struggled down the stretch. The Cyclones apparently match up well against Baylor and beat them twice recently, but aside from those victories, Iowa State has lost 9 of its last 11. Pitt also came down the stretch scuffling, but Tuesday's victory may gives them an edge as it got the jitters out of the way. The Panthers had to grind out the win in their opener, but they managed to get it done against a Mississippi State team that I feel plays a similar style to what the Panthers are up against with Iowa State here. I didn't like how Iowa State finished the year as scoring as an issue, and they had a hard time beating anyone not named Baylor. It's not unknown for a first 4 team to reach the Sweet 16, and Pitt might be the team to consider this year. So the Pittsburgh Panthers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. I love any time this season when the books give me a number this high on Iowa State. Iowa State have gone over this total in 3 of their last 4 games, but that has not been their season trajectory. Simply put, the Cyclones love to play ugly. They grind out possessions, limit teams to a single shot, then grind out more long offensive possessions. They will make some 3 seconds if you let them, but otherwise, their games are methodical. Pitt is a good offense, but they have shown several times that they get pulled into a slower game when playing teams similar to Iowa State. The most recent example is their first 4 game against Mississippi State, which ended 60-59. I expect a patient, tight game. Unless someone starts to pull away and thus force the opponent to quicken the pace, this game should be played in the 120s. Note that this game has already dropped 3 points since it opened. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.